recording.
Welcome back to Carson Tate's video log. We're here in the Big Easy, standing outside the Hotel Monteleone, right?
Yes.
And I'm here with some guy named Nathan, right?
Nathan Burgoine.
Well, you're gonna have to be louder.
I'm gonna have to be louder now. Okay, I'm gonna go against nature and be loud. I'm Canadian. We're polite. We're quiet.
Nathan Burgoine, right?
Burgoine.
Burgoine.
Think of it like a bounce.
Burgoine, Burgoine, Burgoine.
There you go.
All right, so Nathan, you are a published author.
I am.
And a reviewer of books.
All the time.
And a bookseller.
Yes.
So you have great perspective. Why don't you tell us a little bit about, you write a lot of short stories.
Absolutely.
And you were actually a runner-up in the St. Sisters Literary Contest.
This year was lovely, yes.
Excellent. I heard a portion of your story. Really enjoyed it. I love New Orleans because there's all these extra sound effects, like the police whistle, and they're coming for you, so we'll move along. So, but you're also writing a novel.
Yes, it is done. Well, I say done. I have sent the rough draft to Greg, so now I just have to wait for the big red blood soaks.
Yeah, you're so not done.
Yeah, editing, I hear that's a thing.
So what's the title of your book?
It's called Light, which pretty much describes it. I wanted to write something fun, which is very unusual for me, as you might have heard. Sometimes I make people cry. I get that a lot. But yeah, no, I wanted to write something fun and light, and it's actually very Canadian. I said it right in Ottawa, because I know with previous stories, it's been a couple of times I've written stories for I don't know, mainstream publishing. Both times I was asked to remove the Canada.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, and put in some generic US somewhere instead.
Really?
And sometimes that really changes the story. Like, we have healthcare. We have
Tim Norton.
Yeah, we have a ton of stuff that doesn't apply.
Yes.
So, yeah. So it's nice.
Okay, well, excellent. So, it's light. It's set in Canada.
It's about a gay telepathic massage therapist who's also telekinetic and really bad at it.
Wow.
Yeah. When he moves objects with his mind, it refracts light.
I picked up this piece of...
That's not as permanent as it
I
looks.
feel telekinetic.
If he had done that with his mind, it would also be glowing with horrible rainbows.
Oh, okay.
So one of the things he's trying to hide that he can do this at all, so when he tries to do anything, it becomes very obvious that he's doing these things. It's about hiding and coming out in a way, but it's mostly about someone being too dumb to know when to ask for help.
When's your release date?
October.
Excellent.
Yeah, just before retail Christmas, when I'll be completely energized and ready to go.
So what's the most interesting thing you've learned being a seller of books?
That no matter how hard you try to work the internet cannot help you figure out that blue book that was on TV yesterday.
Yeah, you get that a lot.
Oh yeah, and the clueless men, not to betray my own gender, but men walk into the bookstore all the time and say flat out, like, my wife reads a lot, my girlfriend reads a lot, my mom reads a lot.
I have not a
all they
clue.
got for me.
I don't have a clue what they're reading.
Yeah.
And so they just rely on you to pick out a book.
Yeah, or we play the 50 questions, or my favorite question, it sounds silly, is...
As opposed to 50 Shades.
Oh yeah, that sells a lot.
Yeah.
We'll say, her books, are they mostly red, pink, and white? Are they mostly black, silver, and blue? And that tells me if we're heading to romance or if we're heading to mystery.
Excellent. So, where do you shelve 50 Shades of Grey?
Nowhere, it's not in my house. I mean, actually, you know what? I believe the publisher has it listed under fiction, not even erotica.
Okay.
Fiction.
All right. So, you write a lot of book reviews.
I do.
Okay. What do you enjoy about that? What do you not enjoy about that?
Okay, I read to be entertained, so I will say that I'm a very forgiving reviewer, because I'm not trying to, like what Greg just said in the panel, I'm not looking to have the next great literary experience.
That's right.
I just enjoy reading.
Supposed to shrug here. Yeah.
But I just like to read, so I try to point out, when I'm writing a review, I have a pattern. I try to relate it to something somewhat current. I will try to point out the things I like. I'll try to point out if there's something I didn't like. I try to be very specific, because I know after years in the bookstore, the fact that I don't like gory, stabby, horrible thrillers does not mean that they sell crazy and that people love them.
Right.
So if I'm saying that I'm squicked out by all the gore content, I'm trying to be specific so that people go, oh, I love that.
Right, exactly.
So that even my negative review isn't. I don't believe in negative reviews. I don't believe in telling people this was just that.
Right.
That's up to them. That's not up to me. I just like to paint an accurate picture of what the book is about.
That makes sense.
What I don't like about reviewing is when someone then emails me and tells me that perhaps, I've learned the lesson of not engaging by being on the other side.
That makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, never engage.
I say thank you for the review.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or, did you review my book?
Yeah, I get that a lot. Yeah, where people are like, could you do this? Could you do this? I'm like, listen, I'm doing this for fun, for the most part. And I do go and write reviews for Erotica Reveal, which is a blast. Because Diane sends me the best stuff. And it's stuff I never would have found on my own, which I think is, to my mind, one of the huge pieces of reviews is to help you find things you never would have found on your own.
Exactly. I mean, I rely on reviews for that just because I learned about books I never would have found otherwise. They were shelved improperly in the bookstore.
Yeah, please, if you're ever shopping, you don't know where it goes, put it on a table, hold a fireplace.
Advice from your bookseller, your Canadian bookseller. That's how they do it in Canada, buddy, but not here. So, Nathan Burgoine, his new novel, Light. Tell us 3 anthologies where we can find your short stories.
Oh, okay. In no random order, Fool for Love, which was the very first part, which everybody still loves the most. Elsewhen and Riding the Rails, which actually is my husband's favorites. And the most recent, new stories from the Festival for Saints and Sinners this year, a story called Sky Blue.
Excellent. You can buy all of those in various
yes.
wherever they sell books.
Yep.
And so we'll look for Light in October. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
This is Carson Tate, The Big Easy with Nathan Burgoine signing out.